Hi Flosstube, this is Stephanie, the Ivy House Crafter. It is Thursday, August something or other. It is Thursday, August 16th, and this is my Flosstube number 20 something. I don't anticipate it being a long one this morning. I don't have any haul, I don't have any finishes, not a lot in the way of life updates. I'm not doing a Stitch With Me this time because I decided I would just rather do updates. Stitch With Me's are hard. You have to get the camera set up right, and it was just kind of a challenge getting that done. And then I have to spend half an hour just talking but not knowing what I'm talking about, and that's a challenge for me. So I think that if the mood strikes, I'll put out an occasional Stitch With Me video here and there, but I think I'm just going to go back to weekly update videos, and that is of course subject to change at any time because this is my channel and I can do what I want. So I'm just going to go straight into whips. I have decided to join the arbitrary August thing that Stitch and Mommy started, where I know that there are a lot of Flosstubers and just, you know, Stitchers, Instagrammers and stuff that are following along with this, playing along, and basically it's just randomly choosing a whip to work on each day, or some people are doing a different one each week. A lot of people are using that fun spin the wheel app that tells them what to work on that day. I've joined in late, obviously. I missed the first couple of weeks, but that's okay. And I'm not using an app or drawing names from a bowl or anything like that. I'm just thinking, what have I not worked on for a while? What do I feel like working on today? I'll do this one, and just pull that one out and work on it. And that's been fun. I've picked up a few that I haven't worked on for a while, and most of them are not my designs that I've done, because last week's video, when I realized that all I had worked on for the month that I hadn't made a video was designs that I had done, and I was like, I need to branch out a little bit and play with some other people's designs too. So that's what I did. So my first entry into the arbitrary August loveliness was the Brenda Keys Birds Sampler, and I just love this piece so much. It is gorgeous. And this is from the Brenda Keys Traditional Samplers 20 Cross-Stitch Designs Celebrating the Art of Sampler Making. And this is available on Amazon. So what I did was, on the day that I worked on this, I finished the main motif there in the sort of bottom center. So let me toss the book aside and show that. Here is my progress on Bird Sampler. The colors are slightly different from the way they show in the book, and that's to be expected. It's a kind of older, words. I keep wanting to say episode, but that's not it. You know, the books, they come out and... Anyway, it's an older book. There are new ones of this book. Why can't I think of that word? This is what happens when you film Flosstube videos. Your brain just kind of sputters, and sometimes it doesn't work. Anyway, long story short, this is how far I've gotten, and I like working on this. This is on 32 count lamb's wool Jobelin, and it needs to be ironed when I'm done with it because I keep it folded up. That's okay. I have an iron, so we're all good. And really just loving working on that every time I get it out. Okay, the next one I got out to work on was Minecraft ABCs by Happy Cupcake Creations. This was one of my mania starts. So was the bird sampler. And before, I just had some of the border and the axe and a little bit of the outline for the diamond. And here's what I've got so far. So when I worked on this for a day, I filled in, there was a color that was missing in the border in here, and so I filled in that part. I did the bucket and the creeper and outlined the diamond the rest of the way. And then when I got this out this morning before filming, I realized that the dark grays here are off by one stitch, so I'm going to have to frog those and put them back in again. Not a big deal, it's like 4 stitches that are wrong, so making mistakes is part of the process. So that was Minecraft ABCs. I also have a Pokemon ABCs, but and this is just 28 count white even weave. Let's see. I then chose to work on, I'm holding it up because there's pattern on the back and it's kind of see-through, and so it makes it look weird. So that's what this is for. Anyway, you didn't even need to know that. Spirit of Cross Stitch Angel Ornament from Brooks Books Publishing. This was another mania start, and I had pretty much finished the bottom of her skirt, but I hadn't put in the flowers. And so what I did the day that I worked on this was I put in the flowers, and I just love how they turned out. They're so pretty. I think that's my favorite part. Well, I mean, obviously it's my favorite part of what I have so far, because so far all I had was stripes in background, but they are just lovely. So that was fun to work on. This is the first piece that I've ever used perforated paper, and it's still my only piece that I'm using perforated paper. It's kind of fun. I enjoy it. And then yesterday I was in a fall mood, and I backslid and did one of my designs. Sorry. Not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Because I really like this design. This is Autumn Time Sampler. And this paper is a little worse for wear. It's getting kind of wrinkly and stuff. But this is what it will look like. And what I did was I worked on the border and I added the alphabet. And this was a lot of fun to work on. And this one, when I got it out this morning, I realized that these leaves right here that I put in when I started this for Stitch Mania, or it might have been the FIFA World Cup. Anyway, when I started this, I put these leaves in the wrong place, and so I have to frog them and put them in again. But again, it's a small mistake and it doesn't affect anything else in the entire pattern, so yay for that. So that was Autumn Time Sampler. And that is what I have worked on for Arbitrary August in the past few days. The other project that I've been working on, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen this popping up a lot. I've decided to be working on my Saxon Transylvania band sampler every day. because I want to see progress on it, but I don't want to burn out on it. And so I have challenged myself to do a little bit on it every day. This was loosely inspired by the 100 Days of Hate challenge that other Flosstubers have mentioned. I don't have any Hades, Heaven and Earth design pieces, but I have my, Saxon Transylvania band sampler that's really, really big. I believe it is what is called a BAP. I don't swear, so I think of it as big, ambitious project, but other people, it's big, the other thing that starts with A project. But anyway, so what I'm doing is putting in a little bit of work in it every single day for the foreseeable future. I don't have like the challenge being like 100 days or anything like that. But yeah. Audrey, please don't mess with the tripod.
I'm just here for your drink of water.
Okay, you go get your drink of water. Filming a video can sometimes be like a subconscious magnet for children to wander upstairs, and that's okay. I have 5 kids, it happens. So anyway, I am using the hashtag dailybapstitch, and I will put that down below in case anybody wants to join in, and because I know that I'm not the only person with a BAP that needs work. So I thought that it would be fun if other people joined in and choose one of your great big projects that needs some work. You don't have to join in. I'm totally fine doing this by myself, but it could be fun for others, and just get some work in on
Mom,
a project.
can I say hi to...
You just
Flosstube?
interrupted me, and you're playing with the tripod again. Okay, come say hi, and then I will keep talking. Ready?
Hi, Flosstube. I noticed Mom was making a video, so yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna continue on with my drink.
Yes. Finish your drink and then head downstairs.
Okay.
She likes being on camera. So, if you have a BAP, if you have a great big project that needs attention, and you want to be working on it, go ahead and drag it out and put a little bit of love into it every day. And if you do, go ahead and use the hashtag dailybapstitch, and I would love to follow along with that. So, that being said, let me pull out my BAP. Saxon Transylvania band sampler. So, what have I added to it? This thing is so big. Alright, here we go. I added these 2 birds. I pulled this border all the way. I added some border here. I pulled this one all the way through. I added several yellow-green flowers here. I added these here. So yeah, I've put in a lot of work in this since my video last week. This is large and unwieldy. Anyway, so here's some close-up-y goodness. Hopefully it's focusing and in frame and all that good stuff. Yeah. And again, if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen my lovely apparatus that I made for use in stitching on this. I made a lap stand. Right now it just looks like a big weird thing of pipes, but that's loose. Yeah, I haven't glued it together yet, but okay, I see the part that's loose. Alright, anyway, so this sits nicely on my lap, and you probably can't see it very well, and now it's falling apart because I haven't glued it, and then I just put my homemade, equally kind of janky but still totally workable scroll frame on it, and I can stitch double-handed which is nice. The tutorial I used for this, hang on, I'm going to put it back together again. Aren't I pretty? The tutorial I used was from Mitch Stitch, and I will link that below. I'll put this back together later. I totally intended to glue it together. I have the glue and everything. I wanted to, like, I like the idea of being able to take it apart to store it, but obviously I need to I need to glue at least some of the pieces together. But, I haven't yet because I started working with it and I didn't want to stop long enough to actually glue it. But I'm going to. And it's been working really well. So yeah. Like I said, this is a short one today. I don't really have anything else. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye. Happy stitching.